Hello, everyone. I'm pretty sure I met all of you today in earlier sessions, but again, my name is Troy Young. I am one of the assistant directors of engagement and new student programs here at Arcadia. So under the areas of my supervision are our leadership initiatives and also orientation. So welcome to orientation. So we decided to do these live sessions on Wednesday so that you could meet some of our staff members as opposed to just looking on our on-demand options for nightlife. So just two quick things before I turn it over to Ruth. So in order to ask questions, you'll need to go to the same website and same code. It's menti.com and the code is 361002. And that's how you can ask your questions, and we'll answer all questions at the end of the session. And then at the end, feel free, you can click on it now or you can wait till later. This is how you can earn your armor for this particular session. And those are all the information I have for you. So today, well, this session, because this is our third one of the evening, we have the Director of Public Safety here with us, Ruth Evans. So Ruth, I just made you a co-host in case you needed a PowerPoint or anything.
Yeah.
But if not, I am just going to mute myself and it's on you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Thank you for taking time out of your schedules to meet with me this evening. Public safety is a very, very large umbrella on this campus. I like to call us somewhat of an octopus. We have about 15 hands that we use to reach out to other departments and work hand in hand, supporting those departments, as well as taking care of the campus and taking care of you. We provide so many different services, traditional, non-traditional services. Just to give you some information, basic information about our department, we're a security department. None of the officers are sworn. We rely very heavily on Cheltenham PD to assist us with criminal incidents that rise above the university level. So just wanted to share that tidbit with you. Our department is made up of 29 of us. I have an admin assistant, myself. I have 3 sergeants. So if you're ever on scene of an incident or you're around campus and you see one of the gentlemen in the white shirt, you should automatically know that's one of the sergeants. There's one for each shift, available to support you in any way possible. Our command center is monitored and covered 24/7. So even when you guys are asleep or when you're home for the weekend or when you're home for the summer, we are still here and still available to support you in any way that we can. Some of the services that we provide. Again, we're the security department. You'll see us in and out of the buildings, patrolling campus. We have 2 vehicles, golf carts. We also, which I'm going to reestablish very shortly, is our bike patrol unit. So you'll see us throughout the campus. We divide the campus up into 3 sectors, main campus, middle campus, and we have several properties off campus. So for those of you who will in the future move to Oak Summit, you'll see us as well. Security services, we make sure all the buildings are locked, make sure there's no trespassers on campus within our patrols and our vehicle and walking patrols. Just, going above and beyond, making sure that the campus is safe. Parking and traffic enforcement. Freshman students are not allowed to have cars on campus, but we do have a parking exception form that you're more than welcome to fill out if you have a job where you could provide a work schedule and documents from your employer to get your cars on campus, or medical notations that require you, medical conditions that require you to have a car. We need information from your physician to support your request. But other than that, freshman students are not allowed to have vehicles on campus, but once you do, you just go to the one-stop shop and make sure that your vehicle is registered. You always want to make sure that your vehicle is registered because we ticket and boot vehicles that are not registered to the university. Safety escorts. While the campus is very well lit, you may want an officer to escort you to your next location, whether it be off campus, a darker area than normal. We provide that service. We also employ student patrol officers who can help you as well. But all you have to do is call public safety and let them know where your location is and where you're going. If you're uncomfortable getting into our vehicles, we'll walk right along beside you. It's not a problem. And I wish that a lot more students would utilize that service. Motorist assistance. When you do have vehicles on campus, we have a jump box where we can get you started and on your way. We help you with flat tires. Most of the officers will show you how to change a flat if you don't already know how, but they will also change the tire for you. If you need us to call AAA for you, a towing service for you, we'll provide that as well. Closed circuit TVs. While I wish I could have 100 officers on campus at all times, the budget does not allow that. So we rely heavily on our 285 cameras throughout the campus. They're strategically placed mostly at entrances, exits, entrances to the campus, those secluded areas. Our Christiana Delaware campus, we can see here on main campus. And pretty much the entire campus. So just be mindful of that with your activities and your movement, that there are cameras everywhere. We don't have them inside the residence halls other than the entrances because we don't want to violate anyone's privacy, but there are cameras, 285, I counted the other day, strategically placed throughout the campus. In addition to those cameras, we have those, I think it's 17 of those emergency phones. Same thing with the emergency phones. If you need assistance and you're near one of the phones or in one of the parking lots, you hit the button, it dials right into public safety, and we can also see you. So, and you just let public safety know what kind of assistance that you need, and we're coming right away. Investigations. If there's an incident that you're involved in, public safety is responsible for those investigations. If you have items stolen or things of that nature, you contact public safety, complete a report, and we begin the investigation. Now, the trick to this is for you to report it, because if you don't let us know what's occurring or what has occurred, how can we help you? So that's something I need you to keep in mind, reporting incidents to public safety in a timely fashion, of course, because it helps us with a proper investigation, as well as if we have to call detectives in or Cheltenham PD to assist us. So letting us know in a timely fashion is very, very important. Medical assistance. During the day, if you're in one of the facilities and you need to go to health services, public safety can escort you. If you're not able to get there on your own, public safety can escort you or take you to health services. We notify health services and let them know that we're bringing you. After hours, when health services is closed, public safety and the area coordinator or the administrator on duty will call an ambulance for you to go to the hospital. If you do take the ambulance to the hospital, public safety will give you a cab voucher to be able to get back to campus. Those of you who choose not to take the ambulance and want to utilize a friend, that's okay too. You just need to let the AOD know how you're attempting to get to the hospital, and let public safety know as well. If you have a friend who is ill, call public safety so that we can get them the help that they may need as well. Student Patrol, I spoke with you about them already. They, again, provide a service. They walk through the buildings. They help us with phone and with the emergency phone inspections, very detailed work. And especially for those criminal justice major, this may be an area that you may want to come and hang out and learn some things. I was at Lincoln University for 19 years where I served as a director of public safety, but prior to that I was a police captain. So if there's some things that you may want to know about law enforcement, just ask. I also have very good friends who work with the FBI. So if that's an avenue you would like to take, I can put you in contact with in connections with some great contacts. Building access. You'll be issued a night card upon arriving to campus. One Stop Shop oversees the night cards, but in the evenings and on the weekends, if you're having a problem with your card, you can come up to public safety and we can assist you as well. Your card is not working, we can assist you. If your card is lost, we can freeze your card so that no one is able to use it. The key to that now is making sure that you report that you lost your card and look for a replacement. It is very important that you report a lost or damaged card, and get them replaced as soon as possible. Building access, we're working on restructuring that. So you'll have access to a lot of the common areas on campus. We're looking at restricting access to your residence hall only. That way, if your card is lost or stolen, it will help us out with not allowing someone else access to the other buildings here on campus. So again, it's very important that you report anything wrong with your night card as soon as possible. Public safety also provides security coverage at the activities and events, whether it be a basketball game, a lacrosse game, a party that you may be planning on campus. We will be there. No, it's not to stop you from having fun, but it's to make sure that you're doing it the right way and you're doing it safely. We're not here, in a sense, not to babysit you, but we want to make sure that you're having the best time that you possibly could while you're here at Arcadia. And again, you will see us all over the place. We are nonstop, all over the place. One of the things that I've found doing this kind of work is the last thing you want to hear is, I don't see the police or I don't see security officers. So one of the first things I did when I got here was revamp our patrol procedures. So you will see us all the time, everywhere. Not to spy on you, but to make sure that you're okay. You're okay, your guests are okay, and we want to reassure your parents that you are okay here on this campus. When you get a free moment, take a look under the public safety page under crime statistics, and you can look at the things that occur on campus so you could be mindful. And of course, in most universities, it's the thefts. I left my door unlocked. I went to the shower, I went to the dining hall. And then if your friends or people know that you leave your room unlocked, whose room do you think they're going to hit? So let's avoid that and make sure that we're being careful about securing our property. You get roommates. You may not know all your friends' roommates. Just make sure that your valuables are put away, locked and safe. And when you're leaving the campus, if you're gone for long periods of time, you may want to let someone know where you're going. Because during our fire drills, we will ask the RAs and the area coordinators, is everyone out of the building? So they will say, oh, Melody is at work, so I know she's safe. So that helps us out. Again, it's not us babysitting or keeping track of you, but in a sense, it is us kind of keeping track of you for safety reasons, mainly. Self-awareness education, when you go into the chat in the comments, I love seeing it. A poster I created when I first came, 13 ways to stay safe. It just gives you little safety tips on being mindful of your surroundings. I ask ladies not to leave their purses and shopping carts when we're at the supermarket, or we're at Burlington or TJ Maxx. Those are my favorite places, by the way. Just not leaving your purse open. Gentlemen, making sure that your wallet is secure in your back pocket, moving it to your front pocket. It just gives you little safety tips to help you to protect yourself. If you're going to your vehicle and it's parked in a dark place of a parking lot, don't be embarrassed to ask the security officer to walk you to your car, or stand there in the door and make sure I get to my car safely. I do it all the time, even in this position that I'm in. We can never be too safe when it comes to ourselves. Self-defense. I teach women self-defense. So once you're on campus and once we're past COVID and everything is safe, if you're interested in learning about women's self-defense, I will be more than happy to teach a class. You just need your information and your best schedule. For the gentlemen who may be interested, I will have to reach out to some of my colleagues who teach men's self-defense, and they will be more than happy to come. We just need a class of 5 to 10 or more to make it more beneficial to them. Another thing I've been promoting since I got here, and by the way, August 1st will be my first year's anniversary here at Arcadia. So I'm excited. See something, say something. Because we can't be everywhere all the time, I'm counting on you. If it does not look right to you, and if it does not feel right to you, I need you to call public safety. Now, some of you may think, oh, that's nothing, it's not important, but it could turn out to be something bigger than what you're currently seeing. I noticed a lot with this generation, we love to video record things, you know, so, but when it comes to the safety of this campus, I need you to call and not record. You can give us as much details as possible and we are coming, but see something, say something. It will protect all of us in the short run and in the long run. And I'd rather have us check it and find it to be unfounded than us to just walk past it and leave it, and it could turn into something bigger than what it is. So I'm just reminding everyone, once you are here, make sure you see something, say something. The same way my staff and I protect you, I need you to help protect us. So, and it works really, really good when we're all on the same page. Send Word Now is our mass notification system. Once you're here, make sure you enroll in Send Word Now. We use the Send Word Now mass notification system to let you know when the school is on an hour delay or 2-hour delay, or when the school is closed because of inclement weather. I use the system to let you know to stay away from certain areas for gas leaks, power lines, things of that nature, water main breaks, whatever. We use that system to alert you and the community of hazards or conditions that we need you to be aware of. So it's very important that as soon as you're here to make sure that you enroll in Send Word Now. We work, I mentioned earlier, we work very closely with Cheltenham PD. There may be some instances where you just call 911, and that's fine. They will let us know, but it's good for you also to let public safety know as well, because one of the blessings about working at a university, you have a twofold situation where some incidents the school can handle, but there may be some incidents that the Cheltenham Police, Abington Police, or State Police may have to be involved in. One of the bonuses of public safety, we try our best to keep it within the school. One of the pamphlets that I hand out upon your arrival is called What You Could Lose, or Your Degree Doesn't Matter. It takes you through different scenarios of alcohol-related incidents, drug-related incidents, and it tells you about the jobs or certifications that you won't have if you have one of these offenses. Now, again, my job is to teach you outside of the classroom. Basic life skills, basic safety skills, and just warnings. At Lincoln, I have 3,000 children that I've adopted over my 19 years, and now you'll become mine as well. I let your parents know what public safety provide, and I let you know what we provide as well. But again, we work very closely with the Cheltenham Police. So if you're involved in an incident outside of campus, more than likely they will call me and let me know. So my advice to you is, you know, be that productive citizen and that model student to represent Arcadia everywhere that you go. Fire drills and fire safety. We have fire drills in the residence halls twice a year, one in each semester. But prior to your arrival, we check the systems to make sure that they're accurately working before you even get here. But once we do activate the fire alarm, just get up and get out. You can ask me a million questions outside the building as long as we are outside of the building. Please don't call public safety to say, hey, is it real? Find out once you get outside. And now with COVID, we'll use those 6 feet social distancing protocols once you are outside of the building. But again, the key is getting out. Again, you can ask me whatever you want once we're outside of the building. So I just need you to be mindful of that. We refer students to the Dean of Students who refuse to comply with fire alarms and fire safety. I know sometimes we get bored. You know, if I wrote a book about my college history, I know it would be a bestseller. And some of the stories focus on people using fire safety equipment, college students using fire safety equipment to play with. Please don't do that, because the fines associated with it are phenomenal. Now, I can't imagine one of my sons explaining to me, oh, I was playing with the fire extinguisher, discharged it, facilities had to come and clean the hallway, now I have a $500 tab on my student account. It's not pretty. I've seen students who hid behind me as opposed to telling their parents why they got these large unnecessary bills. So if you hear the fire alarm, please just get up and get out. If it's a small fire and you're trained to use a fire extinguishers, which facilities will be more than happy to do, then you can help us by lessening the damage to the building, and we'd be eternally grateful. So if you're looking for that kind of training, just let me know. Again, freshman students are not allowed to have vehicles on campus, but we do have some exceptions to the rule. That's pretty much all that I have in regards to public safety. Oh, and another fun fact about public safety couple, we're very polite, courteous people. I work with an exceptional group of people. In my past position, I work with 75% police officers. Well, here at Arcadia, I have 75% firefighters. So that's something I always share with new students as well as parents. So they have that added layer of security when it comes to protection. Again, I work with a great group of people. We're here to help. We're here 24/7. So if you're having problems, whether it be 12 o'clock in the afternoon or 12 o'clock in the morning, we're always here to assist. So with that being said, anybody have questions, please ask me questions. I love questions.
So we do have a few. I'm
Okay.
trying to figure out this first one because I'm a little confused. So it says, what's the best reason to get a vehicle? I'm thinking they mean an escort. What patrol, and then do patrol officers come into the dorm, and how many times will they check up? Like but I think you answered the part about checking up, but what's the best reason to get an escort, I guess is the answer. And do officers come into the dorms?
Well, oftentimes, if you're uncomfortable walking, say you're over at the tennis courts and it's in the evening and you need to walk back to the castle, a lot of students will ask for an escort back to the castle. Again, the campus is well lit, but there are some areas that may be a little more secluded than others. You may just ask for a security escort. A lot of the faculty and staff who work late hours, they will ask for a security escort to their vehicles, especially if they're parked in lots that are further away from their buildings. With public safety walking through the residence halls is every shift. We work from 7 to 3, 3 to 11, and 11 to 7. Not to disturb anyone overnight. We limit our patrols there, but just monitoring the entrances and exits to the building. Again, we're not in there to spy on you or to disrupt your college life. We just want you to know that we're here and we're available whenever you may need us.
Okay. Again, I think I need to replace a word in this question, but is public safety securing you if you're leaving or coming in the dorm at 2 or 3 a.m.?
No, we are not. As long as you have your access card and you're able to get into the building. Now, please call us if you're not able to get into the building. You misplace your card is not working. You can call public safety. We'll come over and let you into the building. And if you come up to public safety, we can take a look to see what's wrong with your card. But if it's not working, we will grant you access to your buildings. But no, we are not monitoring you that way. Arcadia is a pretty open campus. And again, if you take a look at our crime stats, they are extremely low. So it's up to all of us to do our part in keeping each other safe. But no, we are not monitoring your comings and going. You'll get a wave from us and you'll get a, hey, how are you from me? Just so you know, most of the students here call me Chief or even Miss Ruth. You're free to call me either one, but no, we're not monitoring you that way.
So I think the first question was supposed to be the best reason to bring a car to the university.
We have a lot of commuter students who don't actually live on campus, who live off campus, so they use those vehicles to get back and forth. But then a lot of our students who are athletes, who have work schedules, they have a car. Those students who live out of town, Texas, California, Florida, North Carolina, they bring a vehicle with them to campus. The sophomores, juniors, and seniors.
Yeah, so again, I think you mentioned earlier, if you're an incoming first year student, there are exceptions, but
Yes.
It's going to be like work or some athletes I know get exceptions because they have to go off campus to practice and stuff like that. But if it's just because you want your car on campus, you probably will not be able to bring your car
Right.
on campus.
And medical reasons too, Troy. Because
Yes.
some students who have medical appointments off campus 2 to 3 times a week, that they need the vehicles for. And all we ask, most of the physicians provide a doctor's note letting us know their schedules, and we will make an exception.
And that is actually all the questions we have, Ruth.
Okay.
Is
Well,
there anything you want to say in closing?
yes, I'm looking forward to working with all of you. You know, in the world that we live in today, you know, people are, reluctant to talk to public safety or police or whatever. We're not them. I was with one of my officers right before we let students go home because of COVID. And one of my officers, just showed me the engagement that we have with students. He asked the student, how did they do on an exam? How are they doing in their classes? And when I saw that, it just, it makes me stick my chest out, and it just makes me feel so proud of the staff that I work with. One of my sergeants asked a student, how's your mom doing? How's your dad doing? And this is someone that they just met, didn't have any history, but those are the kind of people that I work with. When you call during the day, our communications officers, if you're having problem getting a hold of someone, we go above and beyond reaching that person for you. I just want you to know what kind of services we provide here. And again, we're here 24/7. If I'm not in my office and you need to speak with me, have the communications officer call me so that I can, you and I can converse, and I can help you with whatever situation that you need. But again, I ask that you see one of the sergeants first and let them know what's going on. And again, when you see someone in trouble, we have a amnesty, correct, Troy? Amnesty rule
Yes, yes.
where, yes, if one of your friends is in trouble, whether it be for drugs or alcohol, we don't care about that right now. We want to make sure that the people, that you and your friends get the medical attention or counseling attention that you need as soon as possible. We don't worry about that. So don't feel reluctant to report something. And again, if it does not feel right to you, I'm personally asking you to call. I don't care how minor it is. That doesn't look right. Or we saw a bag over in an area and it's been there for a day. Let us know. That's the only way that we can, stay safe or really protect each other. And that's what I'm asking you to do, is to protect us while we're protecting you.
Thank you so much, Ruth. So, Ruth,
You're
what is the public
welcome.
safety email? Is there a public safety email?
Yes, the public safety general email is public-safety@arcadia.edu. I established that so when you send something, we all get it. Um, we have different shifts here, and some people may be on vacation or not in. That way, all of us see it, and one of us will address you.
Thank you again so much, Ruth.
You're welcome.
So for everyone else, again, I put the link in there for the, I'll copy and paste it again, to earn your armor for this session. And if you have any questions for orientation, again, email us at orientation@arcadia.edu. And see some of you next week. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruth.
Take care, Troy.
You too.